Hello, Idaho. I'm Dr. Dennis Woody with Optum Idaho, and we're here today in front of our offices in Boise commemorating Child Abuse Prevention Month. These pinwheels represent the innocence of childhood all through April and are a reminder that we need to support those agencies and institutions that are attempting to reduce the incidence of child abuse, both in Idaho and more broadly all around the country.
So prevention is something I think a lot of people don't really completely understand, right? We think about it as, we don't think about it really, because prevention is kind of one of those deals where, um, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But what we really want people to think about is the same way that you think about preparing for fire preparedness. We learn how to deal with situations like a fire, like an active shooting drill, and all of those kinds of things, not because we think they're going to happen every day, but because if they do happen, we want people to be prepared.
Child abuse honestly is about education. I mean, child abuse could be a pregnant mother abusing alcohol or drugs, even tobacco. Abuse could even include intimate partner violence when a baby is under the age of, say 2, 4, 6 months. That's trauma. That's abuse in the emotional or neglectful sense. So abuse really is a large. It covers a vast gamut of topics.
I'm actually a survivor of child abuse. I went into foster care and was very lucky in that I was adopted by my foster parents. The biggest thing for me was breaking the cycle. That's sometimes the hardest thing to do, but to be able to step back and understand what's right, what's wrong, and how that affects kiddos. They really are very resilient, but need the love and care that they deserve.
So we grew up in a pretty tight-knit community on the reservation. We're all related in some way or another, either through marriage or through our bloodlines. And I think that comes with pros and cons. It's a community where we all know each other, we all know each other's traumas, which is good and bad, because those of us that are becoming aware and breaking cycles, sometimes we're held down and anchored by the community. And so I think that if we all become aware of this, and then they'll see that we're not trying to be better than anybody else. We're not trying to make anybody feel bad by sharing our stories, and we're not trying to highlight the reservation in a bad way. We're just using our voice, which is a part of healing, and giving us a chance to share our story and break through those stigmas.
Breaking the cycle really means that that as parents, none of us come into this knowing all the things we need to know. And as a friend used to tell me, unless you were raised by perfect parents, there's always something to learn. And if you were raised in an abusive household, if you were raised with dysfunction around you, those may be the things that you know. And so that one of the things that we can do is to change the trajectory of the parenting by having people participate in parenting classes and learning more about child development and being involved in parent support groups, and really kind of working through their, some of the things that may have happened to them as children, so that they parent in the way that I think all parents want to, which is to provide for their kids a loving, nurturing environment.
To learn more about this entire concept, feel free to go to OptumIdaho.com, where you'll find information about not only Hello Idaho, but the issues related to pinwheels for prevention and the fact that it is so important that we all work together for this important cause.